Oh, long time no see. It's been quite some time since I made another video like this because I was busy with the job placements which I was telling you about. The deadline was approaching, so I'd advertise this, you know that, okay. So anyway, I will give you bits of breaking news and about the UAE from what I've received. I wanted to make a proper episode, but there is some work going on in my studio, so I thought instead of delaying it, just do it this way. I'll share the screenshots and the evidence bit in another video, okay, if you want. Okay, first things first, let's start with a little bit of good news, because many of you keep complaining, yeah, there's no good news on your channel. Okay, so let me start with a little bit of good news. Good news is business is picking up slowly but surely. Business is picking up. People have been fed up of, I think, sitting at home, and not everyone can be like me. So people now are going out, but masks are mandatory. Social distancing, people are practicing hygiene, putting the sanitizer. So that's a bit of good news. Companies have started to look for people again, which is also good. Among the people whom came to me for jobs, it has been the best season. I mean, the best in a long time. The number of people who got jobs, very high. Obviously my clients would tell me that they got the job. People who are not my clients will not tell me that they got a job. So majority of my clients, if you notice the previous, I think 1 month or 2 months, I didn't give you any good news that many of my clients got jobs, because I don't know, the market was just dead. But now this month, the maximum number of confirmations, maximum. I suspect it will pick up November, and December again die down till January mid. So maybe December mid to January mid. So 15th to 30th and 1st to 15th, I think it's going to die out again. But then after the 15th of Jan, it'll start again aggressively. So that is what the timeline has been told to me by not only recruiters or company people, but also my experience in dealing with people or over all these years. Okay, then most of the people who got jobs have got less than what they had got before. A few rare cases, they actually got more. So I was a little bit surprised over there. But on closer inspection, it was those people who already had a visa and, didn't have to worry. But the people who are desperate, I guess, when you ask me, I always tell them, grab it, whatever comes, don't negotiate, because somebody else will grab the job. So majority of the people took lesser salaries. How less? Most of the cases, it's 10 to 20%. In an extreme case, it has been up to 40 to 50%, extreme case. And I know you'll enjoy this one. Some of the extreme cases have been, all these are Goras, Brits, and all these Western expats. They were enjoying a very big salary. I mean, some of their salaries were just ridiculous. I don't know how they would even get paid that much. For the same job, an Indian or Pakistani would be paid less, but they were paid much more higher. So now they have got, I think, obviously more than the Indian or Pakistani, Asians, Sri Lankans or whatever. But it's much more stark lower, 40%. Many of them have gone back home. Many of them are very, because they have their loans and they have their credit cards, they are not going back. So it's a good thing. People are being honest and genuine, that they don't want to run away. because they know that there's a legal problem that they might face. Please be careful of these social justice warriors who tell you, who put up videos. Now they have started a new targeting mechanism from Facebook to LinkedIn and YouTube, putting up videos. If you take a loan, you will be jailed. Contact us. We will help you. This is not a criminal offense. Taking money and running away. They're kind of encouraging that you take the money. If you can't pay, don't worry, come to us. And then they take their individual stories and they sell it to newspapers. And they profit from your misery. They charge consultation free. It's not for free. And one thing, these people, however, note, these people will only target Americans, British, Europeans. They'll never target Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, no. Okay, then the last bit of good news is, what is that? I don't know if you can call this good news. This was, there are two people in this, two people. One was my client, one was not my client. My client, who we worked on the CV, we worked on everything, interview skills, and finally got the job offer. But now the HR guy asked for money. The HR guy asked for money and asked him for 3 months salary. Just imagine that. Very good position, but 3 months salary. And that person called me up and said, Loy, do you think this is ethical? Do you think I should expose this person? I just told the person, listen, don't make any drama. You never know, maybe the person's well connected. Just agree, get the job, start your life, keep quiet. So person agreed and job got confirmed. So I was pretty surprised that the person took bribes. And another case, but this happened some time ago, but I didn't speak about it because it's my client. And I didn't want, in case the other person or anyone else checks this and this person falls in trouble, so I didn't mention it that time. Now, just a few days ago, another person, but this is not my client, person said one, I will not tell you which department, but decision making, said, I'll make sure you get the job. If you get the job, you have to give 1 month's salary. So the person agreed, even though the person was skeptical. I believe the person because the person had contacted me some time ago for my services but didn't book my services. So eventually paid and got the confirmation letter. But I told the person, don't pay the salary, pay after the salary comes. So the person has said yes. So now people have started to accept bribes also, which seriously is surprising. Okay. So now that was the bit of good news. Now let's move on to the other news. So don't complain, I didn't give you good news. In the other news, okay, consider this. Most of the people who have got the COVID virus, the COVID-19, especially if you're old, they suffer for 2 weeks and some of them even for a month and some of them die. Okay? And it's a known fact that the older you are and if you live an unhealthy lifestyle, you die. Okay, the chance of death. But have you thought about this? There is no political world leader, no powerful world leader who has died due to COVID-19. It's only the normal lay people. Now, why is that? Why is it the rich and powerful are not dying with COVID-19, but the poor and the middle class, the normal people? Now, my gut feeling was that they have the ways and the means to sort the virus out. They have the means, the resources, the methods. Although it's not good or improved upon, there are ways and means. Now, why am I bringing this up? Donald Trump got the virus, but in a few days, not even 2 weeks or a month, in a few days he got okay. All right, consider that. And it's perfectly normal for a guy who loves fast food and drinks guzzles down cans of Coke. He's not physically fit. Look at his physique when he stands next to the lectern. He stands on the podium. He has a fat stomach. He's old. He's 70 plus. He's perfectly normal. He's more healthy than you and me. Now, how is it that he got sick, but he got well so fast? Well, obviously, you'll say that, though he's not a normal person, he will have the world's best doctors, the world's best, resources at his disposal. Fine, I agree. That means you have the ways and means to heal the virus. But because it's expensive, it's only reserved for the rich and powerful. That's my theory. Now, why do I bring this up? In a UAE-based news is an immigration guy, a guy from immigration, Emirati, shared this with me, that they are planning to give vaccines to the Emirati population first, to the key people. And it seems that the key decision makers, the big players, the powerful, first they are going step by step. So like the hierarchy. First is the kings, below them ministers, below them government heads, below them, second in line. So it kind of makes sense because, obviously that's how, that's how you do it in a war. That's how you do it anywhere in the world. You first save the head of the family and then down, 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 down. So they are rolling out this vaccine first, but for Emiratis. Okay? The rich ones, the powerful ones, then it goes down, 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 down. And then finally, after all the Emiratis are vaccinated and they are okay and they are safe, then they'll start rolling out for the expat population. And even in the expat population, it'll operate on that hierarchical basis. The rich and powerful first, top guys, and down, down, down. So that's how it's going to go, which makes perfectly sense. You can't save the life of some ordinary poor person or whatever. And then the big rich guys who provide the employment, who run the economy, they all die. That makes sense. Like even for me and my family, if, let's say, obviously something is there for my baby, I'll protect my baby. But if I die, who'll take care of my wife and kid? Papa? No? Okay. This is my 90-year-old landlord. Fix, huh? He works from 5 o'clock in the morning. He can even climb trees. And this guy is 90, huh? Just imagine. How is he so healthy? Okay? This guy is unbelievable, man. 90 years old. He can climb up the bloody tree. That day he climbed this tree, Climbed this tree, was up the bloody branch. I just came out of the balcony. I saw him. I was like, what the for a minute I thought it was a chimpanzee or monkey. When I looked closely, it was him on the tree. I got so afraid. I told my wife that Papa, we call him Papa, he has climbed the tree. So she said, oh, sure. And then she looked and he's standing on a bloody branch and he has no safety harness, nothing. So I said, yeah. So she's not surprised. I was like, this is a 90-year-old man on a bloody tree. She said, yeah, he's very strong. They climb trees. They climb trees. I can't fucking climb. I'm afraid to climb that. Oh, how the fuck he climbed the tree? And he was bringing down fruits. I was so bloody worried. It's like I was just closing my eyes. If he falls, he'll die. Anyway, something else. Okay, so vaccines being rolled out, which is good for the country. Then, okay, the next bit of breaking news which I want to tell you is, it seems plenty of policemen, non-Emirati, lost their jobs. Okay, and now the targets have been put to ensure that revenue comes in. So now very, very strict fines, very, very strict. You don't get a second chance, you don't get chance to appeal. If you get fined, you get fined. And this is not just one case, plenty of cases. I've been inundated with people who got fines. AC law, they say I didn't wear a mask, I was wearing a mask. I was taking out something and then they said fine. And people have got very high fines. The fines are just bloody blown up. I don't know. How it's unbelievable. 3,000, 5,000. How the fuck do you pay that kind of money, man? The lowest fine, it seems, which I've seen is 800. I don't know, maybe there are lower than that. 800. I remember the days where the fine used to be like $100 or $200. Now the fines are 800 and 3,000 and 5,000 and what the fuck. And even if you have an establishment of business and an inspector comes in and sees anything which he can take out of context, it's considered a violation. And you have to pay a fine. So many people are having problems because restaurants are anyway closed. So before they used to get money, municipality inspectors used to get by having these people inspect restaurants. But obviously restaurants closed. So major chunk of the revenue gone. So many people, it seems, they didn't get stopped or they didn't get flashed or nothing. And then they have to pay the fine. And you can't appeal the fine. So I'm just telling you that make sure that you follow the rules strictly. You wear the seat belt, you wear the mask. You don't have more than 2 or 3 people. Follow rules. Just follow rules. And if you get fined, I have only spoken to one person, Russian guy, who got a fine in Abu Dhabi even though he was in Dubai. He never went to Abu Dhabi and he got a fine in Abu Dhabi. This is 6 years ago, yeah. He actually went to Abu Dhabi, got the fine removed and came back. So I was surprised with that, but that was a rare exception. I don't know. Have you got fined wrongly and has the fine been removed? Let me know. Then, what else? Yeah, this is the last bit of news. It seems body doubles are being used a lot. Now, I can't seem to understand why would someone use body doubles. Yes, body doubles are there. I mean, let's say, for example, VIP. Instead of he going to a place, they have somebody else who looks like him, talks like him, who's literally been trained to be him. Same mannerisms, same movement. Some of them even have the same ability to talk in the style and voice. So body doubles are being used for, some of the big guys. I don't want to take the name and all that because it's obviously I don't have evidence for this other than someone passing the information. But I really wonder why body doubles are being trained or used. So they're doing a lot of, testing, means taking them around and all that. So this is from one of my guys. He told me this. Yeah, and lastly, after all the dust has settled down with Israel making this recognizing peace with UAE and by the way, have you noticed UAE did not condemn France? Smart move because they don't want to hurt and harm tourism and business. They have enough on their plate. So that's a sensible move. They didn't condemn all this nonsense because this is just for jobless people. Pakistan anyway, you can't sort out its own shit. But Imran wants to act like, I'm a hero of the Muslim world. Shut the fuck up, stupid. Jobless idiot. I kind of used to like him, but now he's becoming, I think, because he's failed in so many other aspects, now he's playing the political game. He's not sorted out anything, he's just talking, just to be relevant. Anyway, I guess that's politics. So has business improved with ever since UAE recognized Israel? Because the only thing which I saw was, okay, this underwear company came with the UAE and Israel with the flag. These girls wearing pajamas. I don't know what the fuck was that. Underwear company, Cheddi. And then you had wearing the flag and showing buddy, buddy, I love you, you love me. And then they had brotherly love, I love you. Oh, Israel talking to UAE. What the fuck is that? And then you had what? Yeah, love you. What the fuck? They were smart to make money on all this hype. Then one, I don't know, rapper also had one Dubai song, Now anyway, people are bored. I wouldn't be surprised if a girl comes with a raunchy, sexy Dubai Israel title. I'm pretty sure Israel UAE porn has started. One of my friends even told me that now you can get Israeli girls for good rates. Just go to UAEescorts.com. I don't know, not UAE Escort, sorry, UAE Escort something. They have different websites. UAE 1-2 Escort or some massage parlors are also there. So now you have a new flavor, Israeli flavor. So different flavors, it's very good. Just as you have different pizza, have different flavors. What else? Yeah, the only other thing which I want to tell you, conclude, is finished all the jobs, all the CVs, all the customers and clients, finishing off this year, been good. The people who went to India are, even though some of them got jobs, but they're not happy, they're coming back to UAE. So that's about it, man. So these were some of the news updates of what is happening in the UAE. Have I missed anything? Oh yes, one last. B.R. Shetty's companies, Finabler and these other ones. I just found out that the top guys, the big guys, right at the top, they took their money. They encashed their gratuity, all that shit, and they went off. The poor people who are there all got fucked. Some of them have not even been paid their salaries. And this one is a strange one. I don't know why companies are declaring a loss. This guy working for this company, large company, he just told me that they made money, but in their books of accounts they're showing that they made a loss. So he was like, I just wanted to inform you on this. He didn't tell me how, why, what. So I found that very bizarre. Like, if you have made money, why don't you declare you made money? Is it you get some benefits, or you don't have to pay tax, or I don't know what it is. If you know why they're doing that, just let me know, because I found it very strange that companies have made money. Maybe they don't want to give bonuses or salaries or whatever. But yeah, and the other one was what? UAE has the fastest internet or something like that. I wouldn't doubt that news. There can be a possibility, but I don't think the fastest internet is being accessible to each and everyone. If you'd say the fastest internet at the highest price, or UAE is charging a shitload of money, most expensive, that I'll agree. Means you pay big money and you get fast internet, that I'll agree. But just fastest internet for everyone, no. And then yes, the regular bullshit news. UAE is the safest place in the world, and UAE is the happiest place in the world, and even that cartoon, that Nas character, he got exposed by Al Jazeera. He's a fucking crook, man. See, there are two sides to every coin. Nas wants to act like he's the ambassador for world peace. He's an innocent little baby. You think he's not interested to make money? You think he's not one of those slime balls? I mean, he is so... It's like a lizard. Wow, how do you do that? You see, even the dog doesn't like it. Fucking Nas is more like, you should come here. It's like a fucking orgasm that he's getting here. Doesn't speak normal. You look at him, you really feel something is wrong with him. He's a slimy character. Anyway, I'm glad Al Jazeera exposed him. A fucking jackass. But yes, there are people who will kiss his ass, and that's about it. So anyway, this was the news and updates. I think I've covered everything. If I missed anything, I'll let you know in another video. So let me know if I missed anything. Keep me updated, posted, because whatever you guys share with me confidentially is what I share with the world. Okay? So having said that, this is me signing out. You guys take care.
So, who is Loy Macedo? Loy Macedo is a jerk, rude, arrogant, stupid, mindless, fat, lazy bum, insult to society, dresses up like a beggar, show off, bluff master, an atheist, an opportunist, A school dropout? A tattooed freak? We wouldn't date him if he was the last man on the planet. In fact, his face looks like Spider-Man. Oh, by the way, do you know he's in shape? What? Round is a shape, isn't it? But shh, tell you a secret? Even with all these drawbacks, he is a world-class mentor, trainer, and coach. He mentors PhD holders, CEOs, and directors on personal branding strategies. He makes ordinary resumes extraordinary, prepares you for interviews, helps you get a world-class job. In fact, whatever salary you are earning, he will help you earn double that income per month. Oh yeah, and don't believe us? After all, we are just too beautiful, too hot, and too sexy, right? Do this. Just type his name on Google, Loymachedo, and find out. You see, Google never tells lies. Loy Macedo may be a jerk, but he has 2 million web links online, 200,000 social media connections, 4,000 plus post articles and videos online. He was also a speaker for TED Talks titled Stone of Judgment, and he was featured on Coca-Cola's viral advertisement on YouTube. No labels this Ramadan. That video garnered over 18 million views. So even with no education, he works only 5 days per month, and he is comfortable, successful, and happy. So do you want to learn those secrets? Do you want to know the secrets how to transform your life from the ordinary to the extraordinary? Then log on to www.whoisloymacedo.com and find out how he has changed the lives of so many, and how maybe he can be the answer for you. Or if you wish, send him an email on loy@loymacedo.com, or send him a WhatsApp message on 009715569696626, and he will respond to you for free. Remember, so the question really isn't, who is Loy Macedo? The question is, are you fed up of earning that miserable salary? Do you feel you are worth much more? Do you really want to change your life? Remember, there are no shortcuts to success, but there are strategies that can help you get there faster. On behalf of Loy Macedo and his team, thank you for watching this video. Do like and subscribe to his channel. And shh, we still think Loy Macedo is a jerk. So you want to go over the,
Okay, so
yeah, for the, yeah? Oh, wait. By the way, let us know what you thought of this video. Good, bad, ugly, post your comments down below. We would love to read your views. Trust me, we would be reading it. Goodbye.